Alright, I'm bored. Let's do a tier list. Let's just do a tier list. It'll be easy. It'll be fun to do. I'm doing these based off of design more than I am actual strength, because I think strength is kind of stupid anyway. I'm going to do the design of the ult, so that sort of means, how much does it synergize with the rest of the character's kit? How, good is it for the game state? How healthy is it of an ultimate? All that kind of thing. Is it fun to interact with on your side and the enemy side? All those things really important. And that being said, I think Nano is pretty much an S tier ult. Nano, I just can't seem to think about how this is badly designed. It perfectly fits Ana's starter kit. It supports someone perfectly in a very offensive/defensive way, but requires the person to actually utilize it to its fullest. So it's an ult that doesn't get instant value in the sense of it instantly does something. It's more of it does a thing, and then you can use that thing to push an advantage. A very good ult. You can use it reactively in a defensive way, or you can push in with it. Tanks are good with it. DPS are good with it, and even some supports are really good with it. Good combo ult, good solo ult. It's just a really well-rounded, great ult. Bob, I'm going to put Bob A. I would like to put Bob S. I just don't think it's as interesting, and that does matter for those S tier picks. But Bob is a pretty good ult. It sort of makes sense with Ashe, considering she's quite an independent character already, and it's a very independent ult. And what else do you really give her? Because most hit scans can't really get anything too crazy of an ult because they already do so much damage. But Bob is such a good addition, such a great character. Very, very, very counterable, very, very easy to work around, but a very well-timed Bob in the middle of a chaotic fight can get so much value. Probably one of the best like solo play ults in the game. Obviously, this isn't based on strength. I'm just saying the design of it's pretty good. This is Amplification Matrix. Pretty sure. I need to remember what most of these are. I'm pretty sure this is BAP ult, which I'm going to put B. And I'm just going S-A-B. I don't think it's bad, because I don't think it's badly designed, and it fits BAP pretty well. I mean, his whole gimmick is kind of the fact that he shoots and heals, so why not have a matrix that amplifies the amount he shoots and heals in a radius, and other people can use it. I think it's good because, again, you have those different situations. You can use it with your team, you can use it by yourself. There's just lots of things you can do with this ult, but it's just not that special. It's not very dynamic, and it's fairly outdated in Overwatch 2 due to the fact that it's really easy to kite, really easy to move around. And again, I know that's not that might be strength to some people, but that is a design thing. If it's very easy to dodge something, no matter what the strength of it is, it doesn't really matter because the design makes it really difficult to utilize. It's quite small as well. Overall, pretty good, just not that interesting at all, and a little outdated in Overwatch. Newer, I guess in Overwatch 2, but like 5v5 Overwatch. This is Bastion ult. I mean, it fits Bastion really well, and it makes a lot of sense. I just would way prefer old Bastion ult. I'll put this in B, because it's not badly designed. It's much more of a zoning tool that can get killed, especially in close range maps, but I think there are lots of scenarios where it doesn't really do much, and it's not that useful. And again, it comes back to the fact that it's just not that special of an ult. It's never going to get crazy value on some maps, but some maps is going to be really broken. It's going to be really well paired with lots of other ults, maybe a shatter, a grab, anything that CCs people, Malga Cage. These things are really good combo with this ult, but on its own, it's kind of a boring, bland design. So I'll put that in B. I might even knock it down to C. It's just, it's quite a boring, safe design, but it's not like egregiously bad. Like, I'd say B and F are like ults that I think are quite poor and like are more detrimental to the character. Whereas I think Bastion ult is a issue. It's just not that interesting of an ult. Rally, I'm gonna put Rally A. I really like Rally. It's like perfect. It's not one of the perfect design support ults. It's just a good little steroid that Brig gets, and I don't think she needs anything else apart from that. Just a big steroid. It means she can do the thing that she's doing far better, and her being able to do what Brig does best, but just do it better, is a good thing. So yeah, Rally kind of gets that A. It's not like a perfect thing, but it's really good. It's just, I think to get S tier, it has to just be sort of somewhat special and a really memorable ult, whereas Rally is more of just, hey, it's a really good addition, but it's not like breaking any, game design boundaries here. Like, it's nothing crazy. Deadeye, it feels better than it used to for some reason. I'll go C. I think it's kind of like a Bastions, where it can do stuff, but it also can be a bit of a nothing burger. And I think it's a really good design in terms of like hero fantasy. Like, what it actually does isn't that interesting, but this makes a lot of sense for Cassidy to do this. It's like literally a classic like Western trope. It's just it doesn't work that practically, especially for Cass. I wouldn't see. It's kind of just boring. But I think it fits his hero fantasy very well. Dumo, I'm gonna go B. It's kind of just like a get out of jail free card most of the time now. Most people I don't see anyone use this as an engage tool. That's just weird. And for that, it's fine, but it makes it pretty one-dimensional. And if it's one-dimensional, it can only really be a B. It doesn't have much use other than the thing it does. But it makes sense for Doom to be able to, you know, fly up, smash the ground, you know, feel powerful, feel good. You know, well designed ult. But it's just pretty limited use case. Kind of same has to be said for Diva Bomb. I think, again, the fantasy of it makes sense. You know, self-destruct. It's cool. You also have to tie in. This is kind of how she's able to go into Baby Diva. Obviously, she gets demeched, but she can self-destruct. Like, it's like a weird thing, and it's cool that she's able to use an ult that takes her out of mech. It's just pretty one-dimensional. It's very similar to Dumol, where it basically just acts as a second life. You will never see someone actually throw the bomb in to try to get kills. It just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't work like that. And yeah, so one-dimensional makes it kind of B tier. But otherwise, it's a cool ult. I really like duplication. I think it can be really strong, but I think it's really cool and it fits the character really well. And it's such a cool ult in all games. I think it's really fun when characters get to duplicate each other. It's really sick. It's cool. It fits the fantasy well. It's well designed. Great ult. Again, most of the time you use like a second life, but with a little more thought behind it, and you can get quite active with it in some scenarios. Boulder shot, kind of a simple ult, but I do like it. I'm gonna put it top of B because I don't think it's that fun or interactive or interesting, but I would say that it fits Freya really well, and I think it's cool that she's a bounty system to build quicker boulder shots. But yeah, it's not amazing. Dragonblade's good. I think Genji Dragonblade's really good. A really good ult. It's a really skillful ult. A lot of the time, obviously, you know, sometimes Nanoblade in some scenarios doesn't feel too skillful, but it is a hard ult to get consistent value out of. And if you put the time in and you learn to do that, you should be rewarded for that. And I think you do get fairly rewarded for it. It does have some limitations in the fact that there are just some maps, some games, some heroes you're playing to where it feels like Dragonblade doesn't do anything. But a well-timed one, and when you get, you know, it's great. And when you get used to how Dragonblade works, you can get real good. You can get really good results. Dragon Strike, however, the Dragon Strike to me is just not that interesting. Like, I think it's not bad. There's nothing like inherently wrong with Dragon Strike. It's just not nearly as good as a lot of the ults like feel. I don't think playing against Dragon Strike's too fun. I don't think using Dragon Strike's too fun. It's just not that interesting of an ult. It's more of just a zoning one. As you can see, I've put like 3 zoning ults in C. I just don't think it's that interesting. But it's not bad. It's not. I wouldn't call it a bad design. I have good reason to believe this just has it all. I can't see what else it would be. Pretty sure this just has its ult, which I really like, by the way. I really like Hazard's ult. It fits the fantasy really well. Fits the character's design really well. It's pretty fair. I think if you get caught by it, you've been outplayed. You've been played. Like you could have dodged it. It doesn't feel too bad. You're not stunned for that long, and you don't take much damage. It's more of the follow-up damage. I think it can be a really good ult for your whole team. It can be a really good solo ult. It can be really good to, you know, as people push in, to engage into. There's a lot of options here, and I think it's a really well-designed ult, and it suits really well with his kit. Like, you could ward people off and ult them. You could ult them more. Like, there's lots of things you can do with it. I think that's good. Choice is always good. This is Captive Sun, if I'm not mistaken, a Lari ult. I don't mind the ult, but I actually am going to put it in D tier. Because it's a support ult, and I think for a support ult, it's pretty odd. This is an interesting DPS ult. This is basically Emery ult. Not really, because okay, let me explain it. Explain what I mean. The reason it's meant to be a support ult is because you're meant to apply Sunstruck to a bunch of people, and then your team is meant to follow up on those targets so that they explode and die. So you're supposed to support your team essentially to kill someone by making them have a bomb on them that explodes. The problem is no one really did that properly, and so this thing ended up getting not that much value, and so it got balanced a bit weirdly. And then we ended up with an ult now where Illari essentially gets to become sort of how like Emery is right now, where you can just fly up in the air, shoot because you get the perk where you get to fly for longer, so you get to shoot one big shot down, and then you get to fly up and do all your light shots, and essentially just finish off all the targets that you sunstruck. It doesn't even feel like the team has to interact with it anymore, and you might say it's a balance problem, but when it was more balanced, it didn't function as it was meant to. So I get the idea, but I just think really offensive ults like this on support struggle. And again, Matrix, yeah, is very offensive, but it's a util piece of offense. This is trying to be util, but in reality, it's just a damage that happens slightly later. It's not really util. And you could say Nano, but Nano is quite defensive and requires your team to go do something. It's not you. You don't just Nano yourself and one-tap someone. I just don't think it fits as well as it intended, and it likely needs, you know, I mean, Alara needs all major changes, so that's why I'm putting D. It's not F because I get the point. It's not like a nothing design. It makes sense, but I'm putting it in D because I just don't think it works that well. This is Junker Queen ult, no? I like Junker Queen ult. I like Junker Queen ult. I mean, unfortunately, actually, I'm just going to go A. I'm putting a lot in A. A lot of the ults are good. It's a really well designed ult. It fits Junker Queen really well. I think the idea of having another form of anti-heal not be tied to Ana is really, really good. It can be really strong, but if it does require follow-up, she can guarantee kill like one person, maybe two, if she hits all of them. But otherwise, your team do need to follow up on all of them. It's not just a kill 5 people. And it's quite, you know, most people don't group 5 into Queen, so it's hard for her to get like a 5k ult. But it's a really good ult, and you do have to int yourself, which I think is good. It's not just an anti, it's you throw yourself into people type of thing. You could hit people on the start, but you will never be able to follow up onto those people because they'll be somewhere else. You throw yourself into the fight. I think that's a really good sacrifice for the piece of util it gives. Really well designed ult. I really like Queen as well. Tyre? I don't like Tyre. Okay, I get why Tyre exists. I think it fits Junkrat really well. I just don't like this style of ult. I just don't. Because it's one of those ults where it makes you just sit there. Like, everyone knows the feeling. You don't like Junk Tyre. Even though you know that it's most likely not going to kill you, or that it won't kill loads of people most of the time, and it's not that strong. You're sat there like, what if it just does? And you don't even know until it goes off. I find that anxiety not very fun. And some characters just can't kill Tyre, and some can literally just obliterate Tyre. Some people can just tank Tyre. Some just can't do anything to it, like have no choice. I don't think it's that fun, interactive from anyone. It's just not that interesting. And I think a lot of the Junkrat players, like, if you consistently play Junkrat, you find it, you're just not getting much out of Tyre. I just think it's just not that cool of an ult. Like, it really just isn't that good. Good try, but I really don't like this drone style ult. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. I just don't. Juno's Orbital Ray. Look at B. It's kind of boring because it just moves in a slow direction in one direction. Like, it moves really slowly through there, so it's kind of boring. And it also is just stats. It's like a Marvel Rivals kind of ult, in my opinion. Just a big AoE thing. It's a fine ult, and it suits Juno. She's a really simple character, so simple ult makes sense. And it's... I've got to credit it. It's one of the better ways to combat Kitsune. Still not as good as Kitsune, but hey, it's a fine ult. It's just really boring. Alright, Kitsune. Kitsune is so broken most of the time. But as an idea, I like the idea of the zone that everyone has to use. Like, I'm putting it B. I think it's been slightly just like overly strong for a long time and really defining. But it's the same way Beat is. Like, Beat's not a bad designed ult. It's just like this. Okay, there's a thing, right? Kitsune is really strong, and Kiryu really strong for a while. Forever, right? But the thing is, Kitsune and Beat are just pretty well-designed ults. I'm including Beat in this because these are the ults that, like, you know, high level. It's just basically revolved around. These are good ults, like, strength-wise. But also just, if you think about it, if you were to have everything perfectly designed, there's always going to be one that's best. And I think that's just Kitsune. Like, it's actually really well-designed, so I'm going to put it in A, but it is just the best. I mean, think about it. It gives you attack speed, move speed in a zone. That's not even that crazy, but just the fact that it all works together with people and everyone has to use it. You can't just pop it and it gets instant value. Everyone has to actually use the ult. It doesn't always guarantee stuff in most games because most people aren't that good at using it. I think it's fine. It's well designed. It makes so much sense for a support to have this kind of ult. It just so happens that the character is really strong and the character's paired with like these are the times that people can start to have negative connotations with ults like this. But I think this is a well designed ult. It's just been pretty dominant and pretty strong for a very long time. But I do think it's really good design wise. So it would be unfair to be so harsh to Kitsune just because of Kiriko. I think it's a good ult. Tree, I think tree's pretty bad. I think tree's really obtrusive because it's a massive tree, and it's just AOE healing. I just can't. I just don't want AOE healing in my game. I'm sorry, that's so dismissive, but I just really don't like it. I just don't think it suits Overwatch that well. AOE healing. It's playing in tree's never that fun, and tree doesn't even always guarantee you'll win a fight. Like it's such a I don't like it. B is S. B is S. Like B is S tier. Like I'm not talking about strength. I think B is perfect. And you might be like, oh, I don't like AoE healing. It's not AoE healing. It gives you. It has to be timed well. If you play the Fluzo, you'll realize how many times you can int a beat because you beat when you're too far from the enemies, and then you get to the enemy, and guess what? You only have like 400 health. You don't have the massive amount of health that you had at the start. You only have like 400. You blow up. You have to time it well, and it's got some heavy little macro to it. That's fun to understand. I like B a lot. It's so simple. Like it's such a simple ult. It just gives you all decay and over health in line of sight. That's great. That's perfect. And then everyone has to use it to their own advantage. But it's not just a healing field that lasts 10 seconds. It's a moment of value that you have, a moment of big resource that you have to then go use. It's not a constant, right? So it means the timing is more specific and there's more skill to it, and there's way more counterplay. You can kite out beats, you can kill through beat, you can respond with another ult into beat. Like it's just much better because of that. I think this is Malgaro. This is Malgaro now. I mean, can't be anything else. See. It's not that fun to play. It's not that fun to play with and against. It's just not that fun. I mean, ult shouldn't be that fun to play against because they're ultimate abilities. Like, they should just do things. But they should feel at least more, like, interactive. At least. A little bit. I don't think ult should be unstoppable, like, guaranteed value stuff. Like, as in, if you look up here a little more about what I prefer from design, I think a lot of these are way more counterable. But if you're good enough personally with the ult, you can counter their count. Like, do you know what I mean? You can actually just play it really well, whereas a lot of these are just kind of simple one-dimensional instant value or no value type of ults, and I just think it's just not that fun to play into at all. It's just I don't like it. If Malgo's really strong, this ult's really broken, but if Malgo's not that strong, then the ult doesn't really do much because you're just trapped in there with the person that like beats you. Like it, do you know what I mean? Blizzard, after the perk thing, I really do like Blizzard. It is a bit of a zoning ult, I do understand that, but it's feels a little better because it's you can actually I don't know, I feel like you can do more things during it, whereas I feel like these two here kind of lock you into something, whereas I think Blizzard's a little more dynamic, and it works better with her kit because she's a wall and she's blocked. Like, she has many more tools to like make her ult work, whereas these just feel a little more like they do their own thing, whereas this actually synergizes with her kit really well. Valk, I put Valk B. I don't think Valk's very like good of a support ult, but I don't know what else you're going to give Mercy, and I think it's really fun. Valk movement's really fun, and it fits Mercy's like flying around. Right, it fits Mercy's flying around playstyle very well, and Valk is a fun ult to use, so it's not bad. Whole boring design, just boring design. It's just big AO. It's not even AoE. It's just like a big line of healing damage. I don't think it's that interesting at all. It fits Moira, so I have to give it some credit there, and it's not inherently bad, and it's pretty interactive on both sides, so it's not terrible. It's just really boring, really one-dimensional, and that just limits its design heavily. Herasurge, I'll do the same type of thing. Boring ult. Okay, I need to get through this quicker. It's taking me forever to do this. Boring. It's just boring. Like, that's just the best way to put it. I think there needs to be a bit more interesting stuff, a bit more things you can do with it. Barrage. I'll put Barrage B. It fits Pharah quite a lot. And I think with the new Pharah, Barrage is so much better because she's able to actually seriously close that gap onto you in Barrage and use cover much better. And it's also a move in Barrage perk, which can be useful. Making Barrage get a lot more value. It's just a really efficient trade-in tool. Like, it's great. It fits Pharah really well. It's simple, not too overcomplicated. Perfect little B. I keep forgetting what ult this is. Oh, this is Annihilation, isn't it? Yeah, this is Annihilation. Okay, that just looks stupid. Oh my god, the sun went down. Okay, it's a little dark in my room all of a sudden, but that's whatever. Annihilation. Fuck, I hate Annihilation. Low key, I might put Annihilation, like, that actually could be my F. I hate Annihilation so much. I think it's fun, but the design is just abhorrent. Because, look, I know a lot of people who really love RAM, and if you're a massive RAM enjoyer, if you're, a middle rank RAM enjoyer, nothing wrong with that. Have fun. The game's it for everyone. But the way RAM optimally works most of the time is you can literally just sit there and block the whole time, and it's just dumb. It's just dumb. It just makes RAM kind of unkillable, causing everyone to take damage, and you just block and take no damage, and then punch and then do that. It makes sense for RAM, but his kit is just his kit is just not fun. It's hard to explain why Annihilation to me just doesn't really work at all. And I think it just comes down to the fact that Nemesis form and just like over-reliance on block isn't great. And Annihilation is basically that, but just amped up even more and more and more. I know that will be a hot take and people will like to disagree with the Annihilation take, but wake up. Ram's poorly designed. Just because he's a cool looking Omnic doesn't mean his design's very good. Yeah, we love block slop. Death Blossom. This old so outdated. I'm just gonna go C. I just don't think it's that great. I just would rather not ult on Reaper. Like, it's okay. There's some scenarios where you can get stuff out of it. It's just not that fun to use even, just because you basically just sit there and watch yourself die. I know this. Does this still get value in lower ranks? I feel like even lower ranks just outplay Death Blossom now. I swear that are 5k Blossoms even happening anymore? Like, he just wraiths in and everyone knows he's going to do that now. Like, everyone's aware. Well, whatever. Earth Shatter, I really like Earth Shatter, but I just think it's a little bugged and can be a little inconsistent sometimes. But I really like it because it requires a bit of outplay, it requires a bit of knowledge, it requires you to be fairly smart, and it requires some follow-up and all that stuff. It hits all the design principles. I need to be way quicker. Holy... I don't like Pigpen. I just don't like Hog. Okay, if the character's badly designed, the ult probably isn't much better anyway. So as you can tell, all of the good characters are going to have higher up ults just because they're better characters. If the character is already quite badly designed, the ult just never really helps. I can't think of an example where there's a higher character than they are designed. Like what? Kiriko? Hazard? Like, I don't know. I hate Big Ben. I just don't think Big Ben's very fun at all. And I don't like that they buffed the damage so much. It's a balance issue, not a design issue, but it should be more of a disruptive thing, not a damage thing. Flux? I like Flux. Frick, I love Flux. No, I love Flux. No, do you know what? I'm putting that top of 8. I really like Flux. Personal best. I think Flux is such a fun ult. Fits Sigma so well. Really skillful. Pretty simple to outplay, but really good Sigmas will make it so you can't outplay it. It's just a great ult. It requires pretty good follow-up. If you pull one person up, you can pretty much guarantee that one kill. But if you were to kill all of them, you're going to need follow-up from your team. So you need to be using it in a good scenario. And it's pretty easy to focus down Sigmas in this. He can't use any of his abilities. You know, it's really good. Overclock. Overclock's fine. It's fine. It fits Sojourn really well. Her thing is railgun. Give her a bunch of railgun. Sure, go for it. I actually think it's fine. I actually think it's fine for an ultimate ability. It should be this strong. She has to aim it. She has to be good at the game to get overclock value. Visor, it's just aimbot. Nah, it's boring. I think you could do so many more things. If you're gonna do something boring, don't do aimbot. That's just like so uninteractive. EMP is a goated ult design-wise. It can be really strong, but I think I really do like EMP for some reason. I think it's just it's just a cool ult. It's just a cool ult. It is probably the only place where ability lockout should exist. It shouldn't be an ability. An ult is fine though, but I don't know. I think it's really good, and it really requires follow-up. The only way someone can guarantee kills is if she just solo EMP someone and kills them, and that's fair game. Yeah, good ult. I like Symbol. I'm gonna put Symbol A. I mean, yeah, Symbol's good. I don't think it's that. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty strong. But I think it's just such a creative ability. Like I just have to always praise when really creative abilities and ultimates are used. Like I think when they work and they're really creative and cool, I have to praise that, and I just think that's why Sim deserves VA. Maybe it's actually B, but I just think the fact that you just have this massive wall that splits up the map and it works, that's great. Torb's ult. I hate Torb. I don't like Torb's ult. I don't like Torb's ult. There's probably something more interesting you do with Torb. It's kind of just a zoning ult. Not that fun. Pulse Bomb, S tier. Pulse Bomb's a perfect ult. You build it quite quickly. Really skillful. Requires you to land it to get a kill. It has potential to be such a strong ult and such a instant fight win, but it's not even an ult that you would like track because you don't care. It's not going to do anything, but sometimes it will do something. I don't know. I love Pulse Bomb. It's great. It fits her really well. Fits her playstyle so well. Like blink, pulse, like recall. Like the fact that the ult, what makes the design so good to me, it's the ult is embedded in the kit. Like it makes sense that she would have blinks and a recall with an ult like this. Same with Venture ult. I think Venture ult's big. I'm gonna put it A, not S. Venture ult feels like once you get the hang of where it can hit and where it can't hit, it's really fun, and it fits the kit really well because you're able to, you know, use your cooldown, you're able to move around and really place yourself across the map to get better spots to ult, and I think that's really good. And Venture's like pretty killable and it's pretty dodgeable. Like it's not that strong, but the Venture can get really good at positioning themselves to make the ult good. Walls, I'm gonna put this in D. It's not like F. Like it makes sense for Widow to have walls. Like what else are you gonna give her? Like more damage? You can't really do that. Like it's just, it makes sense, but I just think it's not it's not very interactive with the enemy team. It's just like, it's just like, oh, we have walls now, or oh, they have walls on us now. Okay. Primal's S. Primal is S. Primal is such a good ult. I love Primal. The design of this ult is just perfect. It works like a second life. I know. But then the actual value you get out of Primal, there's like baseline value. Oh, second life, cool. That's good enough for most people. But then you can milk that value. You can juggle people, you displace them, you can kill them against walls, you can just throw them into your team, you can just mess like everything up, and it's such a skillful ult. There's actually like a mechanic to it, and a lot of ults don't actually have that, in my opinion, like an actual like a skill curve to the ult. It's more of just, did you use it in the right place? But I think stuff like Dragon Blade and Primal are mechanically demanding ults. Those are the only real two I can think of, and I guess maybe Echo Copy, but yeah, once not, it's just learning to juggle is just, it's such a cool skill, and it's actually a skill that will like win fights. Mines. I'm not a Mines fan. I think Mines is just big area control. I don't think it's very fun for anyone, and sometimes it's just you use Mines, slam, and you pretty much get a kill, because they obviously can't move away before the mines activate, so they die. And then I don't like also his perk where he gets to use it again. I just don't think it's that interesting of an ult. I like Ryung's ult. I'll put it B, not quite A. It's just not that interesting, and it's basically, it's fine. It's pretty one-dimensional at times, but at least you can put it on yourself or a teammate. It's very obvious who you'd want to put it on. You know, just put on a Genji going in, put a Tracer, you know, tank going in, like stuff like that. But it's a fun ult. Fits Ryung, fair enough. Grav. I'm going Grav A. Let me just scroll up a bit. I'm going Grav A. I like Grav. I think Grav's a great ult. Zarya's a bit annoying of a character, but Grav most of the time requires follow-up. It's quite a creative ult. I think it's fairly counterable if you know she has Grav. There's lots of abilities that can get you out of it. You can heal through it quite a lot of the time. Really good ult. It's a really fun ult. It's also really, like, just freaking cool that exists in the game. Transcendence, really mega outdated. And so that's going to put it in D. Otherwise, it would be like B, C. It is just AoE healing. It's just AoE healing. But Zen also can't do anything in it. Kind of boring. So, D. Alright, the new ones. I don't remember which ones these are. This is Mizuki's Kakai Sanctuary. And I'm again going to just go... I'm going to go B. It is AoE kind of heal slop. So that's going to limit it again. But I really like the fact that it also acts as like a Matrix thing. The healing is not really that crazy. It's not that big of a deal about it. It's more about the Matrix of it. You know, yeah. Basically cut off an angle. And I think it's a much more creative ult than a lot of these other AoE support ults. There's a lot more things you can do with it. I like Unrun's ult. I'm going A. I know some people might not know the Resurrect thing, but guys, the Resurrect's so predictable that I don't think it's something you have to worry about. But it's a good ult. The idea, especially with the land, I think the land maybe does a little more damage than it needs to, but it's still fine. It's pretty dodgeable. Again, really predictable. She has to fly up. She has to land. Like, it's not that hard to counter, but, you know, a good Unrun way to use cover well and manipulate sightlines to get a really good ult, or be able to, you know how to extend their life enough to get a really good well-timed resurrect. Good ult. Domino's ult's really, really strong. I'm going to B. It's fine. I don't think it's badly designed. I think people might confuse the fact that it's broken with bad design. I think it's an interesting ult, and it makes sense for a tank to have this type of ult, and it's pretty counterable. I think... I don't know. When I've this season is probably the most I've played with like a 5-stack, 3-stack, 4-stack duos and stuff than I used to. And playing against Domino when you're in a group that you can talk to really does just like nerf half of it, because you can just be like, you can just like get people to shoot your bubble, and it literally pops like that. If you get like your entire team to shoot your bubble, you're fine. I mean, if you 5-man bubble it, like that's just a skill issue. But yeah, you can just get rid of the bubble really quick. Emery ult, I don't like Emery ult. I think I'm not a fan for some reason of these fly up in the air, massive damage ults. Unless you're Androxus from Paladins, then I like you. But it's not terrible. I propose that it should be on, on a second cooldown, but it should have a limited amount of shots. It should be like, you get 2 big shots and like 4, 6 or whatever, like mini shots. Because I wish it, because then you could kind of count and understand. Instead, if it was more like you have to wait out 10 seconds, it should be 10 seconds it goes away, but you also only get a couple shots of it. I think that should be much better. Instead of what it is now, where it feels like you just want to just spam out as much damage as you can, you'd have to like be a little more thoughtful with how you use the ult. Right now, you just pop in a fight and just spam out and have a good time. Okay, Cat's ult would be so much cooler if it wasn't used for one thing and one thing only, and that is to put people off the map. I'm going to put C because I think it is just actually one-dimensional. On paper, this ult should be so dynamic and so cool. Like, you just pick up someone and you can throw them into the enemy team, you can completely displace them. But let's be honest, it's just people taking them off the map. Or like, you just pick them up and you move them and then nothing even happens. It's just whatever, or you just miss it. It's super telegraphed. It's a fine ult. It's a fine ult. I think it's just not... One, it's not as broken as people might think it is. Like, it's actually quite limited, and then its best use is the off-the-map thing, and that's just kind of boring. So yeah, Vendetta's ult, I'll put B. It's kind of simple, kind of boring. I mean, for cards like this is kind of just, like, come on, you could have done anything more interesting. You could have done Rivenar. League of Legends reference for anyone. Rivenar could have been fun. But no, you did this. It's pretty counterable, but you can get good at just using behind cover and timing it really well. It's really good into like engages. So say they get speed into you and you're around a corner and you pop it and then you slowly peek around and you can hit it's pretty good at stopping rushes, because people don't want to rush into a Vendetta ulting if they can't see it. Then there's too much of a risk. So it's pretty good for that, but it's not that interesting, so I wouldn't give it A or S. That is the list of all, in my opinion, the best designed ults. As you notice, if the character is well designed, they're going to just have a good ult. And if they're poorly designed, they're going to do that. My favorite things are usually ults that are more skillful, counterable, interactable, and just overall fun. And the stuff I don't like is usually just AoE slop, pure damage, instant value, stuff like that. Stuff that maybe, heightens a flaw with the character already. So kind of like Ram ult. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. This was way more yapping than I thought it was going to be. I'll see what I can do with the editing. Peace and love.